name is Natalia and I'm originally from Russia. I'm studying Bachelor of Accounting at Charles Sturt University and I'm in my last semester.
Hi, my name is Renish and I'm doing Bachelor's of Accounting.
Hi, my name is Yahini and I'm here for the Masters of Information Technology.
I'm the newest SRC member, one of the new ones.
My name is Gagan Sharma and I'm doing the MIT.
This is Sairan. I'm doing a Master of Commerce specialization in Human Resources.
I joined the SRC because I was truly into participating in the social life of the uni. I just joined CSU and I didn't have any friends, so I thought joining the student group would be a really great idea to actually get together and get to meet people, get to know staff members. And I was not really looking for, developing myself, but I was just mostly trying to find some new friends who have similar interests, as well as I wanted my uni life to be memorable and not just remembering the books and studies. I truly wanted to actually have a lot of memories.
While I'm joined to the SRC, there's several reasons behind this. First thing is my past experience, where I was kind of committee members and almost a chairman in my undergraduation.
The reason I joined the SRC is I just want to take the student concerns to the management level.
Hello, my name is Arif Usman and I'm the current student of Charles Sturt studying my MPA.
It's a great experience to be a part of a committee who can help students.
I joined the SRC around 2014, somewhere around in September.
SRC do a lot of things. To be specific, SRC helps students to motivate themselves for their future while they're studying in university and as well as for the future. How we do events.
Second thing is I spend a lot of time with the senior SRC people, who is past SRC people in the rest of the year. So I know the value of the SRC.
And besides motivation, we do events as well. We help students in the orientation day. We help students if they have any issues regarding their assignment, or they are having some personal issues. If they want to talk with us, we are always open for them, for the students.
Plus, I really want to put myself to the students, to encourage them and motivate them through my experiences, where I believe that will be help to each and every student, especially the students newly arrived in Australia and Sydney, and that's where we make them comfortable and get them on track, and they coming all the way from first time, most of the people coming away from their family.
Come and visit the SRC, we are always here to help, and right now I have to go to class. Thank you.
The way I think the SRC helps the student is like most of the students, when they're new, it's pretty hard for them to get in touch with the teachers, with the management, and they're kind of afraid. Same was the case with me, and in the SRC, all these students, Ranish and Daryl and Natalia, they were there for me, for many of the students, my friends, and they helped me out in whatever I needed. So I wanted to be a part of such a committee where I can help other people.
So within the SRC, I was able to represent all students on campus, as one voice. I was able to bring up their issues to the board, and also I was able to engage with more students with different backgrounds and being able to make them feel comfortable around the campus.
For the first semester students facing issues, it is really important to mention that students having a really mental and psychological pressure, because first time most of the students away from their family and coming to the different world and different culture, different language and different phases, where they have a really depression and they just only focus to get in their way with the hearing around us. So what SRC is doing, if students come and meet us, or if we making a lot of activities to mingle with the students, so what we making to do them, that to make them in a right way, where this is the real life here and this is the ultimate social life where you can make yourself comfortable with some part of events and some part of academic activities, and success is success here, studies. And I believe that this is the, as a person, I face in the earlier stage that I heard whatever I heard from through us, I just believe in it. So I think students, if we explain ourselves what we're doing in the campus and as a CSU, how it's important and how it's awesome in the domestically and internationally as a CSU, and this is what important to the students to know the real fact what we're having around here.
I've spent almost 2 years being the president of SRC, even though we were a whole team which were doing pretty much very similar things. The best advice for the new just selected SRC would be going out of their comfort zone and actually doing things that they've never done before, and trying to make a great team within the people and talents that you've actually got. Some people are different from different cultures and backgrounds, but I would say trying to find the positive things and positive traits of each person and trying to make these traits work for the whole team for their own benefit. So going out of their comfort zone, doing things we've never done before, and just probably having fun and being positive about what we're doing.
Like the new student, they ask for the kind of job they apply for, how many hours they are working in a week, can work in a week, and where can they apply the job. I told them about the job club we have at the Facebook, run by Christina, and like to attend the parties which are like offered by the university, like end of semester party, to know the new other students, to get friends, and to help them join sports club, which is pretty good too.
As a new SRC, and after I get into the positions, we really making really simple, and we have a frequent access for Facebook, because we believe that's the biggest social media in the world, and youngsters and students are on there. So we have our own Facebook, and we do interacting the students with each and every time. So you can come to the room, and we newly having a room next to the reception, so you can come to the room and you can easily talk to us. Always we have someone is there, someone will be there, and now we putting a really separate members, separate student SRC members for academic, for events.
Apart from lectures and studies, most of the time we hang out. Like we have a very strong SRC group here on Sydney campus. We hang out together, we go to different locations, we also take our students with us, and also we invite them, as you can see here in these photos. So these are taken on different locations. There's the Wagga trip, the gala event, and so there's many things we do apart from studies.
Being the president of SRC did actually involve being a leader, I would say. In case of making decisions or anything, I would say we were a team, I would say. So if we had to make a decision, we would probably consider everyone's, of course, opinions. So I would say being the leader, being the last voice, and sometimes maybe making a balance if there were any arguments or anything like that. I would have to make sure, everyone is happy with the decision that we've made. So I would say this was a very important position in case of being that kind of person who can direct the team in the right direction. We would brainstorm the ideas, and it wasn't that me doing anything, we were doing all together as a team. But actually making it to go in the right path and direction, this was, I think, one of the most best things.
I would like to let all new students know that that they should talk to us and also talk to other people on campus, because networking is important, and it's also a great opportunity for them to meet new people, and we can always help them and guide them we can give them hints and tips of like how to have like a good life here in Sydney, how to cope up with their studies.
Well, the SRC has really truly impacted the life, the everyday life of every student, I would say almost every student or international student on campus, to the extent that we are now a part of a greater community where students feel that, well, there are people that truly cares about them and they belong to something more than just being a student.
I just love SRC, and if students have any concerns, please come and meet us. We are here to help you. Thank you so much.
I would encourage new students and existing students to come over the SRC room if they face any issue regarding their studies.
Some of the issues raised by the students are like they are not feeling very welcomed in the university because they are new and they are new to the city, and that's where we come in, and that's where we help new students, especially new students, to settle in the university life and this new country life.
Students come to us to ask about how to join the SRC. That's one of the most common questions. And also they ask about the events on campus. We do a lot of events on campus, cultural events, so they would like to engage in it. So and also like hints and tips about how to find jobs here in Sydney.
Most of the time we get students coming to us asking for the kind of career, I would say, advices, how to get the job in Sydney, how to handle the pressure in life of being an international student in Australia. So most of the questions would be probably around that topic of a survival guide of an international student in Australia.
Some other questions are like that I cannot understand what teacher is teaching in the class and what is the pattern for the exam. It's too much to do in one semester, you know, basic studies, because they are new in the university and they are just confused. So that's where we help them to line up everything and focus on one thing first.
So the events that I've been involved with the SRC have been the Halloween party, the gala night, also other cultural events like the Eid. We also have birthday parties on campus each and every month for students. So those are pretty much the events that I've engaged in.
We've been involved as an SRC in pretty much all of the events on campus. I would say a couple of the events that are truly the best events of any student on campus, as they're the most memorable and quite big events. I would say the first would be a Wagga trip, where all of our students get together and we get to travel to Wagga, which is another campus, CSU campus. So there we get to meet other students from Melbourne, as well as the actually CSU students. So I would say this was far one of the most, I would say, memorable experiences in the whole duration of my studies. Another event I would say which is pretty memorable is gala night. So every year we get to have a night where all students are being awarded for any awards for their academic performance and achievements. So I would say it's a great time again to get together and spend maybe a couple of hours with staff members as well.
There's a photo board here from all the activities that have been on. Is there any particular ones that strike you you'd like to have a talk about?
I'd like to talk about this one. This was taken on Australia Day, and there's like, you can see different students from different backgrounds engaging in the day. So we all got together, we had a bit of fun, we had a bit of snacks as well, we played games. And also I would like to talk about the Wagga trip here. So you can see Melbourne campus members are there as well. And on here we can see the Wagga campus members. That's a group photo we took together.
One of the photos I truly love looking at is probably will be this one. And it was one of our first times we actually got together. It was our first time meeting as being a new, just elected SRC, so we barely knew each other. So I believe it was one of those times where we truly tried to be like a whole team. So I think it's a great memories in that picture, because after that not everyone could join us, so it was hard to actually come and meet each other. So whole SRC that time was in one photo, which is pretty cool. Another photo that I like is probably will be this one, because it was a Volga trip and it was one of the most memorable times of the year. It's pretty much one of the biggest events during the year where we meet the Melbourne campus, and I think this is pretty awesome. And in the whole picture it was all the students that came together during the Volga time, which was a couple of months ago. So I think it's pretty cool.
To join the new cultural events which happen in our campus, like the couple of months ago the gala happens, and we encourage students to come over there, the gala.
Most importantly, we recently had the gala event, and we prepare for the dance and all that. Clubs, I think there isn't a limit for that. It's up to students what kind of clubs they want to join. I have a few ideas which I mentioned. I have like football club, dance club, maybe pool club. But it's up to the student. Some of the students were asking whether they can start a rock climbing club or maybe a cricket club, which two of the students, they actually asked me whether I'm going to start them or not. But it's up to the students. If they want to join a club, if they want to start a club, we are going to make a separate committee for students who can kind of run their own clubs.
Apart from classes, your education, you have to take part in other activities as well, and it's going to help you in your future, because in your job you're not only going to stick to your job, you have to do other things as well, and it's your take it as a professional development for your future. And while taking classes, while education, join some events, and a good fun at the end of the day is always good.
The new clubs are now be forming for the students to participate in a different way, whether it's also knowledgeable and informative and fun. And so we already formed a few clubs already, and we existed club, and we just putting, and last week we suddenly announced that going to have a soccer club, where we found there's a lot of people interested in football, and especially for women's, we going to have a special clubs for build their success and show their power and empower on the campus. So we hopefully for the orientation time we will come up with you with 2-3 clubs activities, and hopefully we want you to come to us and talk to us what club you can be. You might be an existing club member in your home country, or the other past undergraduation or the school. So we want you to come to us and tell us your opinion. If that really work out, and if whatever we can make it to happen, we will do it.
And I also want to encourage new students to join different functions, different cultural events which happen in the campus.
For me, a lot of events are memorable, specifically Wagga trip, because we have to meet Wagga students and students from the Melbourne. They all come over there. And the second one is Gala. Gala and Wagga probably are the best event for me so far.
The reason students should join the club is that we are here to study, obviously, but we need to have some extracurricular activities through which we can enhance our different kind of skills, like managing a team, which is obviously a requirement for a company. But if you can do it on a pitch, sports pitch, you can also do it on the floor of your company, on the floor of your office. They are interrelated, and you can know people, you can make new friends, and it's very important. Sometimes maybe some people who are not a regular part of your life during your studies, maybe they become a regular part when you are playing a sport, going out somewhere, because we need to have a kind of a release after a tough day at the university.
this is our reception where all the student comes in. Right now it's break time, so everybody is at the break. But you know, from there they all comes in, and this is the reception on your right. There's our conference room. This is our student services on your right, where the student comes in, whatever issues they have according for their courses, their finance and everything. Hey, look at that, some of the students are trying to do their assignment.
Last minute study.
Yeah. And this is our wall. It is a hierarchy of Charles Sturt Sydney campus. And our pictures are not there at the moment. And hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good, good. This is a lab for the IT students, where they all are studying, trying to, you know, get a good grade or something.
They're actually accounting students.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Now we'll head up to SRC room. Oh, these are the work from the. If you see these paintings and this graphic design stuff, these are from the student of Martin campus. These are pretty good, you know. I can't imagine. Look at that, Angelina Jolie pixelated face. Oh my god. If anybody have any question, students, they can come over there anytime and ask us anything. Oh, look at that. That's our president over there. And she's Nicole. She's our student service representative. Yeah. Hello. And these are small memory of events in a very concise form. So we want to look at that, and you know. Okay, now we are gonna head up to a library. So just before the library, this is a canteen area where all the students eat and talk around. You can see some of us having their lunch. It's a good time. Okay, now library. This is CSC. Look at that. Everybody is busy in their work. Everybody is trying to prepare for the final exam. All tensed up. But wish them good luck for the future. Look at that girl over there. She's sitting. And outside there's a open area where they can have a good environment, sit over there, have a coffee and study over there with their friends. Actually, it's a pretty good environment in this campus, and I want to encourage coming students, get a hang of it, you know. While study is not the only thing. You have to study for sure, because that's why you are coming here. But remember to take part in other activities as well. This is Mr. David, and this is our library receptionist.
And this is the library. You know what this? This is the lending machine, book lending machine. You don't need to wait in the queue for taking book. You can just use this machine. It's just like a one tap of thing. You can tap it off and just keep your book there.
You can borrow the book.
Yeah, you can borrow the book from this machine.
So what sort of books will we find in here?
For accounting, business management, for IELTS exam, you have books and CDs for preparation.
You can find everything you need.
Yeah,
You can have
everything.
All
Even
the
you
books
have
related to your subjects.
Yeah, even English storybooks you have, magazines and IEEE papers.
There are multiple copies for each course,
Yeah.
so you can, like many people can borrow anytime.
So this is the pot of magazines and English storybooks. You can lend any book for, the book time is for 2 weeks. And this is the stall over here. If you don't find your book in the stall over there, and you can just lend this book for 2 hours, it will be always available for you.
You can improve your English, always required to study, you know. Communicate.
Okay.
The exam paper,
Yeah, go to CSU website, search past exam paper or exam paper. You should find the link.
Hey guys, this is a library, and guess what? We are having an exam in 2 weeks' time. So you can see all the students are preparing for the exams.
You can see the students discuss with their friends, and they can they can lend a book from library, and they can start studying. There is a board over there. They can just teach their friends what is going on. Yeah, that's it pretty much. And we have computers over there. You can use the computers in the library. This is just like a study area.
Actually, they're free and you can use them for your assignments, for your personal use. Using internet, you have, like for check your email and all that. And on top of that, you can borrow free books for a period of 2 weeks. That's pretty good.
Lovely weather outside. Look at it, it's windy, it's sunny, perfect beach weather though. But during the exam time, you might not want to go to beach, you know? Outside, you can sit here, have a coffee, read your textbook along with your friends. Pretty good view, you know?